Giorgio Armani, the king of fashion, a life from humble beginnings to global legacy. Giorgio Armani. A name synonymous with elegance, power, and timeless style. For nearly half a century, he redefined the way the world dressed, from the boardroom to the red carpet, from Hollywood films to Olympic uniforms. Armani wasn't just a designer, he was a cultural force. But behind the sharply cut suits and global empire was a man with a quiet soul, a deep discipline, and a story rooted in struggle, love, resilience, and vision. Today, we take you through the incredible life of Giorgio Armani, from his humble beginnings in war-torn Italy to his peaceful passing in 2025, aged 91. Early life. Giorgio Armani was born on July 11, 1934, in the town of Piacenza, in northern Italy. His father was a shipping manager. His mother, a homemaker. His childhood was marked by the harsh realities of World War II, which left deep emotional and visual scars. Bombings, rationing, and daily uncertainty shaped the young Giorgio's quiet and introspective nature. Even as a child, Armani had an eye for detail. He was fascinated by beauty, not in an extravagant way, but in the subtle, understated details of life. The symmetry of buildings, the elegance of uniforms, the strength in simplicity. But fashion wasn't his first calling. Armani actually studied medicine at the University of Milan. He completed 3 years before deciding it wasn't for him. During his mandatory military service, he worked at a military hospital, and it was there, seeing suffering up close, that he realized he couldn't pursue medicine as a career. After leaving university, Armani found work as a window dresser at La Rinascente, a major department store in Milan. There, he started developing a deep understanding of textiles, colors, and consumer behavior. It wasn't glamorous, but it was formative. Later, he joined fashion house Cerruti, designing menswear in the 1960s. This was the true start of his fashion journey. Launching the Armani brand. In 1975, at the age of 41, Giorgio Armani took a bold leap. With the encouragement and financial support of his life and business partner Sergio Gagliotti, he founded his own fashion company, Giorgio Armani S.p.A. That year, he released his first men's collection, followed by a women's line the very next year. From the start, Armani's designs were radically different from the flashy, heavily structured fashion of the 70s. He introduced unstructured jackets, soft fabrics, muted colors, and a kind of effortless elegance. It was minimalist but powerful. And then came the moment that would catapult him to global fame, Hollywood. In 1980, actor Richard Gere starred in American Gigolo, wearing a wardrobe entirely designed by Armani. The movie was sexy, slick, and modern, just like Armani's clothes. The impact was immediate. Armani became the designer. His clothes were worn by Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, Julia Roberts, and Leonardo DiCaprio, among countless others. Suddenly, Armani was not just a brand, it was a statement. And Giorgio Armani was its beating heart. As the 1980s rolled on, Armani wasn't content with just high fashion. He expanded into multiple lines: Emporio Armani for the younger crowd, Armani Exchange for urban streetwear, Armani Jeans, Armani Casa for home furnishings, Armani Beauty for cosmetics, and even Armani hotels in cities like Milan and Dubai. He also launched Armani Prive, a couture line that would walk the world's most exclusive runways. By the early 2000s, the Armani empire was generating billions in revenue, with over 2,500 stores in more than 100 countries. Despite this success, Armani never took a back seat. He was famously hands-on, approving at campaigns, attending fittings, managing staff. Employees described him as intense but deeply passionate. He demanded perfection, but never settled for less himself. Behind the success story was a man who guarded his privacy. Giorgio Armani never married and had no children. His most important personal relationship was with Sergio Gagliotti, his partner in both life and business. When Gagliotti died of AIDS-related complications in 1985, Armani was devastated, but he carried on, honoring Gagliotti's vision while staying true to his own. Later in life, Armani formed a close bond with Leo Dell'Orco, his longtime collaborator and partner. Though Armani never publicly labeled the relationship, Dell'Orco was seen as both confidant and successor, one of the few people Armani truly trusted. Armani was also deeply philanthropic. He served as a UN Goodwill Ambassador for refugees, supported medical research, and donated millions during crises, including the COVID-19 pandemic. He was known for being incredibly disciplined. He rose early, swam daily, and avoided late-night parties. Even into his 80s and 90s, Armani remained the creative force behind every collection. He once said, "I design because I love it. I will stop when I no longer feel that love." In 2025, Armani's health began to decline. For the first time in decades, he missed Milan Fashion Week, citing illness. Fans and insiders feared the worst. Then, on September 4, 2025, Giorgio Armani passed away peacefully at his home in Milan. He was 91 years old. The fashion world went into mourning. Tributes poured in from designers, celebrities, politicians, and fans. Flags were lowered in Milan. A public memorial was held at La Scala Opera House. In his final interview, Armani revealed a rare moment of vulnerability. When asked if he had any regrets, he paused and said, "Yes. I regret working too much. I sometimes wish I had loved more, traveled more, rested more. But I had to build something. That was my purpose." Armani left behind no children, but he meticulously planned his succession. A group of trusted collaborators, led by Leo Dell'Orco and his nieces, will carry his vision forward. Giorgio Armani transformed the way we see clothing. But more than that, he transformed the way we see power and beauty. He proved that fashion doesn't need to be loud to make a statement. That elegance lies in restraint. And that legacy isn't built overnight, it's built over a lifetime of purpose, discipline, and passion. In his own quiet way, Armani changed the world, one jacket, one runway, one soul-stirring silhouette at a time. Rest in peace, Re Giorgio, the king of style.